Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Did you know that the Russians created a secret department for sabotage and assassinations across Europe, according to Wall Street Journal? Did you know that? Well, I will tell you if that's the case, with whose weapons. Well, I have an article to show you. That's the first topic for this video. The second one, is it going to be a military insurrection in Ukraine? I claim this for some time that possibly the Ukrainian military will save the Ukrainian nation from the guys usurpers in charge of Ukraine and the outside influences. It's still a possibility. So why? Because we have an Ukrainian mayor, Ukrainian like Ukrainian, not Zelensky Stein or Mihal Stein or Yermak Stein or Umerov Stein. Umerov is not Stein, but anyway, Ukrainian mayor threatens Zelensky with military purge. And the next topic, did you know that Ukraine eventually is going to use 18-year-olds to fight in a war against Russia? They got to that point. I told you so. I dislike when my predictions come true, but it's easy, very easy. When you see a guy with a criminal mind in a circumstance similar with something from the past, how do you think that person will act in that circumstance? As a criminal. So it's not hard. It's hard, but not in that way. It's not hard to figure things out. Maybe you can't know the magnitude or the timing, but you definitely know that guy is going to be no good. So let's start with the first accusation coming from the Ukrainians. Ukrainska Pravda. Russia created secret department, actually from the Wall Street Journal, created secret department for sabotage and assassinations across Europe. No, when this will happen, I suspect, these two things happen, it's going to be the Ukrainians and the criminal organized crime coming from Ukraine and all over the Europe settling scores with one another and with politicians, as I predicted. When that will happen, then don't give me the Russians garbage, because I said it's going to be the Western weapons sold on the black market by the good Ukrainians that these guys armed. They're going to come around and sell scores with their criminal gangs and politicians in Europe and the United States of America. You will see those drones, those javelins, and I'm going to show you. Here, next article comes from Russia Today. You don't have to say, oh, it's Russia Today, Emil. I don't care who the messenger is. If that I verify to be true, I don't care. Right here. Ukraine accused of wasting UK supplied weapons. What kind of weapons? That kind of weapons. You see this weapon? This can be pulled out of this guy's ass and used for what do you think what? What do you think? What do you think? So when you're going to see this happening, I guarantee it's going to be with this kind of things and with drones carrying some balls underneath the drones. Dropped on, I don't know, some parliaments somewhere. You don't think so? For each of you who are watching, when that will happen, that's a prediction again. I did it many times before. I want to give me $5. I guarantee I will be a millionaire. $5 from all the guys who will be wrong. If not, I will give you nothing. All right. No, I'm not that kind. No. All right, let's go to the next one. Russia Today, 6th of February. Ukrainian mayor threatens Zelensky with military purge. The government in Kiev is, and I'm quoting, sick and would not like the remedy, claims the head of Borispol. The mayor of Ukraine's city of Borispol, Vladimir Borisenko, has issued a stark warning to authorities in Kiev, condemning the persecution of opposition figures and cautioning against the risk of a military coup. This is what he said. In a video shared on Friday by a local branch of Poroshenko's European Solidarity Party via Telegram, Poroshenko, who became a mayor in 2021 as the party's candidate, accused Kiev leadership of engaging in nonsense. And I'm quoting, Perhaps the government is sick. The solution is a complete purge. What's a purge? elimination. And if this is carried out by servicemen, the military, believe me, you will not like it. So if it's sick and requires a purge, and if it's done by those guys, you might not like it. Well, we find out they still have time to decide if Ukraine will remain as Ukraine, which I don't think is going to remain by Ukraine, but it's a little bit too late for the military to say, stop, that's it. Guys, we take control. Get out the Russians, get out the Americans. We're going to, oh, hello, we're going to take care of ourselves. What do you think will be, my friends? It's a possibility. I will give that 50-50 so far. And this is the last topic for this video. Coming from New Voice of Ukraine, Ukraine launches voluntary military service for 18 to 24-year-olds. Now, I don't know if you're a parent or not, or if you remember how you were at 18. Imagine you were sent, or the word is voluntary. Don't hold your breath for the word voluntary. Why? At the beginning of this garbage in Ukraine, they didn't talk about the 18s and 24-year-olds being, in military service like that. It wasn't. Now it is. Now it's a fact. So today the word voluntary is there. Tomorrow it might not be there. Why? Remember the mountain slope model that I use? Little by little, creeping step by step. And then eventually no, we're not going to send those guys over there to, yes, we'll send them right now, the order. What are they going to do? If the supposedly legitimate government in Kiev decides to say it's a mandatory freaking service for 18 to 24-year-old, what are you going to do? That's treason. That is, how do you call it? When you defect military, how is that called, man? I can't remember. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You do that, that's it. You're going to be court-martialed. For 20 years, you go in jail, prison, if not bad, worse than that. So let's see what these guys are saying. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, stop with this word in front of this guy, spoke about the reaction of Western partners to Ukraine's new initiative offer right now voluntary military contracts to young people aged 18 to 24. You can say, well, if they want to defend their country, they should be. I agree with that, but I suspect based on these guys' decision, this is not going to be an offer for voluntary. He made a statement while speaking to journalists after the Munich Security Conference on February 15. He was told by that baboon Lindsey Graham many times to do this. When Lindsey Graham came to Kiev, that senator of North Carolina, South Carolina, unimportant anyway, voted for about 1 million people. When he said we should you should send all those conscripts over there. Who are you, man? Who are you? Well, he is the one who he is, in charge of you. According to Zelensky, allies, particularly the United States, where the military is entirely composed of contract soldiers, were receptive to the idea. No, the United States was not receptive, was pushing for it. And I'm quoting, everyone, no, not everyone, I'm part of everyone, is beginning to understand that a contract-based system is in place. This is a very important step for us. Who's us? And everyone. Who's everyone? And everyone, I am part of everyone. And I don't understand that is based in place right there. No. And then important for us, for you and your little clique of baboons, and I'm quoting again, as they say. Who's they? This isn't just bussification. Who's they? It's a serious move when young people are giving a contractual opportunity to serve. I'm okay for people who, remember, in the United States of America, if you want to serve, you have to be 18, but to smoke and drink, you have to be 21. So at 18, you can have a automatic war graded machine, not the AR-15 and garbages that you do 3 times and it melts. Nothing about that garbage. No, the real ones. And be ordered by some to do certain things to other people at 18. But they cannot be trusted with smoking or drinking. What is fucking going on here? And that's the same thing here. So my friends, we live in a matrix. I meet a lot of people in the United States of America, and that's probably elsewhere, but because I'm a foreigner and came here, I question certain things that were here, for instance, given. They were, what are you talking about? I was questioning things that they did not even think about it at that point. They learned with that since their infancy. Kindergarten, preschool, school, and so on. They were taught that at 18 you can go and serve in the military, at 21 you can smoke. That's it, my man. Oh, okay. What do you mean it's okay? It's not okay. Says who? Who exactly says that? And by the way, if you're 90, you can serve in the US Congress, right? There's no age limit over there. It is only if you go up. A US president must be what, 34 or 34, 35 to be a US president? Why? Why not 31? Why not, I don't know, 29? Why not 33? Why only 35 or something like this, 35 I think it is, or 34? Doesn't really matter. Why is it that? But hey, Mitch McConnell, who's going to be what, 80-some, the baboon Weinstein, not Weinstein, what's her name? I think she already died. Feinstein. She died, she was what, 80-some? You have the Pelosi, 80-some. But they can die, they're still over there making laws for all of us, not understanding what the fuck a credit card is, probably, okay? But they make laws for us. But if you're 18, or let's say 17, 18, you can't drink, man. I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying how irrational it is. Why 18 and not, I don't know, 17? Why 19? Emil, the development of the brain. Okay, we go to science now. All right, how about people who get older? The brain shrinks, doesn't it? By shrinking, you lose some functions, I heard. No? So, you can't pick and choose. They can. You know why? Because they're in charge of us. Thank you very much for being with me again today. When these things will start occurring, don't think of the Russians. Think of these guys. All right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.